Okay. Thank you guys, team, so much for being here. And I think it is vital. We call this meeting with corporate so that they can give us some guidance and structure as to, compensations, payments, and I hope it's going to be informative for all of us. And so I want to just, without further ado, turn it over to Matt. Thank you guys very, very much for deciding to do this for us. I think it means a lot, and
Hey,
we hope that we can gain some information from this. So I'll do that. And Matt, you have
hey,
this. You have the floor.
thank you, Dr. Dieter. And I appreciate everyone joining on a Friday night before the holidays. I know it's a rough time, but it just shows that you're truly invested to grow. Um, One of the things I like about Dr. Dieter's org is that everyone works hard, and I see it with the growth and the um, willingness to learn, right? So again, very much appreciated. For those of you who I've not met, my name is Matt Roebuck. I'm the senior sales manager at Unicity Corporate. My role is to make you grow and support your efforts. That comes in many shapes and sizes, and I do a lot of traveling. I love to be part of in-person events and meetings and trainings, and um, I do a lot of customer service help where people get stuck. Um, and I do a lot of mindset coaching, strategy coaching. I come from 13 years of global B2B business. Been in sales type roles and growth type roles for 13 years. Everything from $4 billion Swiss conglomerates to $1.2 million MIT startups. So um, I can help you grow, and that is what we're here to do. But I'd like to introduce the star of tonight. Dulce is
Okay.
our distributor success manager.
Mm-hmm.
And so her role is similar to mine, not as much travel, but she has been with the company a lot longer than I have, and she's a master at the comp plan and commissions and any type of issues like that. So when you get to be a presidential or higher, we have a VIP concierge line that Dulce also manages for customer support, sales questions, but it's like a very exclusive line that you can call or text and get like help like that. So another perk of getting into the presidential club is you get access to Dulce and her dedicated team. So, but for tonight, we're gonna talk a little bit about the basics and a little bit about the intricacies of the comp plan. So Dulce's gonna run through some slides. Dr. Dieter, I don't know how we want to do questions. It might be best to have kind of a Q&A at the end. So if you
Okay.
can
Yeah.
all write down questions, it usually works better with the larger crowd. So if you just
Yes. Yes. Yes.
write down questions or remember your questions. We'll do a Q&A at the end. We will go kind of quick because time is critical for everyone. Um, and then I will just give a few kind of parting thoughts on the strategy, the mindset, the focus, and what we see partners doing that is working. So without further ado, I'll give it to the expert. And
Yeah.
Dulce, if you can share some, I don't know if
Yeah,
you
I
have
was
share.
going to add before Dulce, I like the questions at the end. What we'll do is we'll just, as he's talking, we'll just put the questions in the chat so that we don't forget them.
Okay.
It's easy to type that. And so at the end of the conversation or the presentation, we can just go through all those questions one by one and answer them. At the top of the hour, we have a business meeting coming up. So we have 50 minutes
Okay.
from now to the end to wrap this.
Perfect.
All right.
Dulce has 5 kids of her own that Friday night need attention as well. So she's got to leave us right at
Okay.
6 your time. So
Okay.
let's
Wonderful.
get into it.
All right, one more thing before we get into it. If you've joined this Zoom and you're not a partner in Unicity and you were coming in invited and you've come in 1 hour early, it's our discussions is gonna be very strange to you. So this is your time to sign out, and come back in 1 hour. Okay. All right, let's go.
Hi, everybody. So my name is Dulce. Like Matt said, I am the supervisor for the Presidential Success Team. Um, we look forward to having you guys all join our Presidential Success line very soon. Let me go ahead and get ready my presentation. Sorry, my computer's a little slow. Can you guys all see my screen?
Can.
Perfect.
Yep.
So we're just going to kind of go over some definitions really quick, kind of get you guys familiar if you guys aren't already familiar. For example, like PV, you guys will hear that a lot often, and that is personal volume. So that would be all the volume from your personal purchases. We also have team volume, which is TV, which is the sum of your PV plus the PV generated by all the members and distributor you sponsor. So that would be anyone frontline to you. And then organizational volume, OV, is a PV generated by you, the members and distributors you sponsor, plus the PV generated by everyone below them. So that would be your whole organization. We'll talk a little bit about legs here, as you guys might also have heard already. A leg is a part of your downline, starting with the person you directly sponsor and including everyone who has joined Unicity below them. An active leg, you'll hear that term a lot, will be any leg with a distributor or member with 100 PV or more. And then the leg OV is the total amount of organizational volume in one leg. So as you can see here in this little picture, you have leg 1 would always be one member or distributor that has the most amount of PV by themselves. Leg 2 would be the second person in your organization with the second amount of most PV. And then the third leg is always your compressed leg. So any other volume that you have gets compressed in your leg 3. As you can see here, this person has 8 members and 3 partners, making that their total
Hey,
OV
Dulce,
for
can I
them.
add something real quick?
Yes.
It is absolutely critical that everyone has their PV in once a month. At Unicity, we want you to be products of the products. We want you to be a walking advertisement and billboard for the success of the products. So when you get to 100 PV, which is a Feel Great pack or other products that, on the shop site, it shows you how much each product is worth in PV, personal volume. But our goal is to have partners that truly live by example. So absolutely critical to get your PV in because that is what triggers your pay. If you do not have PV in for the month, you're not eligible for commissions for that month, and it goes up to your upline will get the commissions from you. And then on the 3 legs, a big common misconception is that your personal order goes into one of your 3 legs, and that is not true. Your 3 legs are completely independent of your PV. You do not go into one of your legs, and the legs automatically rearrange to your benefit. Dulce, I'll talk about that soon. Thank you, Dulce.
You're welcome. And like he said, the legs do move, so the volume can move. For example, if this person had 20 members and their PV right here and their compressed leg was 10,000, this 10,000 up here would move down here. So these do move to benefit you the most. And so if you have a partner who has the highest and is growing insane, they will always take your leg one, and then the highest amount of PV will go to that one. But these do change depending on how fast one of your members or distributors is growing in your organization. And Matt kind of covered it already. Right here, distributors must have 100 PV to qualify for commissions. Your PV can go out the first of the month, but let's say you forgot, or for some reason your card got blocked and your payment didn't go through. You do have up until the last day of that month to get your PV in to be qualified for commissions. In some markets, for example, like Canada, they need 80 PV with a subscription, just because their products are have different point values. But this just kind of goes over what Matt said, very important, that every distributor has their 100 PV to get commissions. A great way for distributors to remain qualified each month is to set up a monthly subscription, and that way there's no way for you to forget about making your PV. So we'll kind of start talking about kind of the big two bonuses that you're eligible for. The first one is our business development bonus. So as soon as you become a distributor, this is one of the most important bonuses that you will start receiving. Most people will start with a 10-pack here. As you can see, 100 CPV. You start earning the highest amount of percent that you can, which is 20%. So this one kind of just talks about when a distributor purchases a 10-pack, 1,000 CPV, they automatically qualify for 20% of business development. That is $20 US or Puerto Rico per member field grade pack that is purchased. And so the 20% is based on your PV, so the point personal volume, and not the price. Because sometimes people do confuse that and think that it's from the price that they paid, and it's not. It's from the personal volume. So this one just kind of says, also, the business development bonus is the only bonus that is eligible to pay on a weekly basis. So as soon as you've made your 100 PV, you are eligible to get paid on any of your members' orders weekly. So if your order goes out on the first of the month, every Friday moving forward, as long as there's people ordering in that week, you will get that weekly pay. And we can see that weekly pay in your office, in your dashboard. Right here, it will say week 1, and it will tell you what date that week started, what day that week ended, and how much you made on that weekly pay. And so this is kind of where you will be able to see weekly pays. If your order, for example, went out on the 20th of August, you will see a 0 here and a 0 here, but you could have a weekly pay here and here. And any of the payment orders that were processed on these 2 weeks will still get paid to you, but they will get paid to you in your monthly bonus. So this is another one kind of talking about your monthly statements. You can see your monthly statements break down in your office, in your dashboard, in your earnings tab as well. The monthly statement is produced on the 15th of each month. If you got paid every week, there could be a processing fee totaling of $5, and that is because every time Unicity deposits money into your Paylution account, there is a $1 bank transfer fee. And then Paylution, you can have that sit in your Paylution for as long as you want and just transfer it all together. And then Paylution also charges a $1 transfer fee. The next, and I think one of the best bonuses that you can get is our organizational bonus. And And so the organization bonus qualifies you to earn on all of your legs and up to 12 generations deep. But for this bonus, it is a 5% paid monthly on the 15th of the following month. Organization bonus is only paid when you have at least hit the rank of manager. And then it says generation is a volume generated in a down leg to the first qualifying manager or above given volume month. And this is why commissions always is $25 per purchase. And that is because you get 20% from the business development bonus and then 5% from the organization bonus. And as you can see here, if you hit the rank of manager, you qualify for the first generation 5%. As you rank up to senior manager, generation 2, 5%. I do have a little graph of that so you guys can see that in a little bit. But this one kind of goes over again how to hit rank. So in your dashboard, in your office, you will see this section right here where it says rank qualifications, and you can click the rank and then the month, and it will show you how much and how far you are from closing that rank. Another very important thing to close a rank is to have your 100 PV. At the bottom, you can see it says PV, TV, active legs. And this person has 275 PV over 100. So they have a green exclamation check mark. If you were missing your personal PV, you would see a red exclamation mark instead of a green check mark here. You do need 1,000 team volume. Again, team volume is everyone, members and distributors who are frontline to you, and at least 3 active legs. As long as you have those 3 things, you are qualified as a at least manager rank and eligible for the extra 5%. And then here's that graph that I was telling you guys where you can see manager, you get first generation, senior manager, up to 2 generation executive manager. So as you grow your team and you get bigger and bigger and you rank up, the more of their people you are eligible to earn that 5% from. We'll go over a little bit about Centurion points and Centurion bonus. So the Centurion Club is an incentive for distributors to promote Feel Great packs. So for every Feel Great pack that you sell, like Feel Great system, like the Feel Great system, you get 1 per Feel Great product, but you can get up to 3 a month from each member or distributor under you. Feel Great products purchases by members that were transferred or referred by sponsors by members, and you are, sorry, that did not make sense. So you know how there is a member referral. You can refer, members can refer other members. And then as a member, they're not eligible to earn commission, so that rolls up to you. And so then you also get those Centurion points. And then in the same month that a frontline member upgrades to distributor or a new frontline distributor enrolls, their Centurion count will apply for both their personal Centurion count as well as yours. So when you bring in a new a new distributor, they get 10 Centurion points for buying a 10-pack, but you will also get those 10 Centurion points. And then we'll talk about here where it says Centurion count. So once you get to 30 Centurion, you are eligible to earn another bonus, which is 2% from all of those Feel Great systems. Once you get to 60 Centurion points to 99, it'll increase to 30%. Once you get to 100 Centurion points, you will get an additional 5%. There are also some other really cool things. Once you hit Centurion Club, you'll get special recognitions. At special events, you'll be able to, get recognition. Another milestone is once you've qualified for Centurion 3 consecutive months, you also get a gold Centurion pin that has a 100 on there for you to keep that you have been able to help 100 people. And this one just kind of talks a little bit about Paylution.
Dulce, before we do it,
Yeah.
one more interruption. I'm sure people have seen our products on Amazon before, and that is Unicity Corporate's account. We sell on Amazon, and the reason we do that is so we bought the Amazon space and can kick all illegal sellers off of Amazon. The price is higher on Amazon. There is no warranty on Amazon, and there is no peer support on Amazon. But some people still only trust Amazon, right? Well, the profit from Amazon is paid back to our partners in the form of the Centurion Leader bonus pool. So when you hit 100 Centurion points in a month, you get a share of all the profits we make from Amazon. So it all goes back to the partners. So I just wanted to mention that. Dulce, is that all correct?
Yes, that is true. Perfect. As you start getting new partners, sometimes the how am I getting paid question will always come up. So this one just kind of talks a little bit about Paylution, how long it could take for an activation email to be sent to you or to them. So Paylution can take 2 weeks for an activation email to be sent. It'll usually, if they have made, people sign up under them and stuff, it might come out a little sooner than 2 weeks because as soon as they're eligible to earn commissions, our commission team usually sends out an email. If you ever do have questions or feel like, hey, I haven't received this, we can always click on resend activation email, put our email, and see if that comes through. If it doesn't, you can always reach out to customer service, or I'll give you guys an email to my team where you guys can reach out and we can try to get that email to you guys. And like we talked before, Paylution does take $1 transaction fee if they deposit into your account and can change depending on the customer's bank. If a customer needs support on creating their Paylution account, transfer cases to Distributor Success, which, like I said, I will give you that email and we can totally help you, guide you through the steps to create your account. Again, here, if the distributor claims they have not received a Paylution email, we can reach out to our commissions team through Distributor Success to get that email sent out. This is the number for Paylution. So like if you ever see that there is something that doesn't make sense on your income, you can reach out to them and they can be able to help answer questions. Another important thing and tool that you guys have as distributors is your office. In your office, when you log in, you can go to your library.
Bye,
In
bye,
your
bye.
library,
Come on, not getting me.
in your library, you can access your compensation plan, Centurion. There are documents, like in case you need a distributor agreement. You can see all of our events, past events, pictures, videos. In the Feel Great section, you'll be able to see everything about Feel Great studies, product, information about the product. We have images. So these are images that you can use on your social media to share with people. There's profiles. Profile also has, like for example, right here, this cleanse. You can click on cleanse and you will see all the ingredients in the cleanse, how to take cleanse, the benefits, who it's ideal for. So profiles are a really cool thing. And so like let's say you have a potential customer who wants to have more information. You can always go into your office, profiles, look up that product, and you can even send them that form with all the information. We do have videos. It takes you to our YouTube where Unicity uploads all the videos from past events, Stuart talking, and all of that. There's another section in your resources under your library that says Help Desk Center. I don't have a picture of that one, but that one has a bunch of step-by-step. So let's say you were having trouble with Paylution. You can click Paylution in that library. Let me see if I can share that. really quick with you guys. So this is someone, for example, a office of someone. I can go to Help Center and you can have all these different links to help. Let's say I have questions about Paylution. I can click Paylution in here and it should take me on how do I get paid. And it will show you what your activation email looks like, what information it's going to be the next step, the next step. It has a bunch of articles that we have created to help you guys manage everything. But yes, this is the email for my team. It's distributor.success@unicity.com. So if you ever have questions about Paylution, commissions, don't understand your statement, and you would like someone to go over it with you, feel free to email us, requesting a call or sending us your questions or concerns, and we'd be happy to jump on a call with you and fix or help you see anything that you're missing.
Awesome.
Yeah,
We'll say
right.
thank you.
Could
I think we need to jump into questions, Dr. Dieter. What do you think?
yeah, we do. I want to share my screen and ask a question that, I know some people have because I have experienced that. And so I'm going to share my screen and ask this question. So, um, there is a disparity all the time that I just don't understand between the pay in Paylution, and the pay in my app. So, for example, this is my November pay right here. Okay, November says that I had that, but if you go into so that's not November pay right there. If you go into the app, and look at November, it says something different, November. So that's something that I have never understood. You're seeing something totally different here. This is November saying 66366. Whereas, here the November statement is saying 5,000. Can you guys explain that disparity? That's one thing which I have never been able to wrap my head around. It's always there every month, like.
Okay, so I think it might be that it's where it says the earnings for November, it might not be showing your weekly pay as well. And so we would have to open, and we can go through that another day. Open your statement and we can take a look and see if that 5,000 is only showing from your monthly pay, like the check from on the 15th, and not your weekly pay as well. And that
Okay,
could be why it's showing that way.
okay. So, could you look
Do-
into that? Because that's a question I got today, not today, this week from one of my partners, and so that we know which is accurate, like which is which. And that's the question I was going to ask. And anybody has any other questions?
one thing to add to that, Dr. Dieter, is I would take any information from the Unicity Go app right now with a grain of salt. That app is still in beta test. It is not a completely finalized product. The most accurate information you'll ever get is log in with your computer to your office where you were just at, and then click the download statement form. That is the most accurate thing. So if that continues to happen, I would always actually download your full statement.
And in your statement, it will also show weekly pay.
Yeah,
Um,
the statement shows that.
yeah. But sometimes when you look at it where it says like the 5,000, that might be only the check you received on the 15th, not including the weekly pay.
Okay. So
And we can
when
take a
you
look at that, yeah.
Yeah, if we could just to give us reassurance that we're not missing pay, I tell you, um, uh, um, people like to always have a clearness about money. When something is not clear about what is what, it always creates doubt. So if we could just give us that good explanation, and if that's the case, then something needs to be done about that app giving us, you know, something which is not correct, I think. So,
Well, I don't think it's just explained well.
yeah.
I think there needs to be more description on the app. But Dulce, we can definitely look into it and have an answer on Monday.
Okay.
The
All
other
right.
thing I wanted Dulce to run through real quick
So,
is when
okay.
people get weekly pay versus when it's all lumped into monthly pay. Dulce, can you
Yeah.
go over that for us? I think we even had a question on it in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So weekly pay is only for business development. So that is the volume of your members. And that depends on when your personal PV goes out. So if you have your personal PV, your subscription go out on the first of the month, then you are eligible to earn weekly commissions every Friday. But let's say your subscription goes out on the 30th of the month, then
What
you are
about
no longer,
what about if
go
it
ahead.
goes out on the 4th of the month or the 5th of the month?
As long as it's within the first week of the month,
Okay,
and
then
you can
that's good
see
to know.
that.
The
Yeah.
first 7 days of the month.
So it depends on the week.
Okay, the first week. Okay.
Yeah. So like if we
Okay.
looked at a calendar, let me look at a calendar really quick for this month, for December. December was actually nice. Sunday was the 30th, December 1st was Monday, and then so that week pay would have been technically November 30th all the way to December 6th. So as long as your subscription went out that first week, then you are eligible for weekly pay.
Okay.
But let's say your order goes out on the 30th of the month. So then for December example, that week was Sunday the 28th through January 3rd. That is the week that you are now eligible for weekly pay. So that means that you would have not received weekly pay for the 3 previous weeks. You will still get paid from that volume. It will just be paid to you in your monthly statement or your monthly check instead of weekly. So you don't necessarily lose out on it as long as you have your PV entered for that month.
And did you say something to the effect of it's team volume only for the weekly pay? What did you
Business development. It's
It's
the $20
business?
of a member's Feel Great Pack purchase. Remember, business development is 20% of PV once you get to
from your
1,000
members.
From your
cumulative
members, from
PV.
your customers only. So
You
this is
got it.
only from
And
your
new distributors
customers.
upgrading.
Okay.
And then all partners would be paid in your organizational volume because now they're part of your organization, and so that would be paid in monthly pay.
Oh, I see. So everything that you get on the 15th is a monthly pay thing, is the
Correct.
organizational volume. Okay.
And
Correct.
any
If you
And
business
see,
development that you
uh,
may have not been paid out due to when your order went out.
okay.
Centurion bonus is also paid monthly. Team development bonus also paid monthly. Rank
Personal
advancement bonus
rebate.
also paid money. Personal rebate also paid monthly.
Okay. So that
Business
15th,
development is the only thing paid weekly.
okay. So that 15th could be a combination of different things depending
Oh
on the
yeah,
volume you have in your organization and what
you
have
got
you.
it.
Okay.
Yep.
But
It
the
can be up
only
to
thing that is
six
going to get paid weekly is really your customers, like that 20 to 25% commission from your customers that week.
or partners that upgrade with a 10-pack.
Okay, that makes sense.
200 of the 250 is eligible to be
Okay.
paid for weekly pay.
Okay.
And then I
Next
do
question.
see a question about where it says 20% of PV That would be like, for example, a field grade system, which is the one product that we sell the most, is 100 PV, so 100 points. So 20% of 100 is $20. But if someone was to order two, then that would double. So it just depends on how much that member orders and how much their PV. You will always make 20% of whatever that month's their PV was. So a quick example is 20% of 100 is $20.
So that's oftentimes why we say, if a person buys a Feel Great pack with your link, you're eligible for $20 to $25. Well, the $20 you get for your business development, even if you don't hit a rank, but you get the extra $5 once you're manager for the organizational development. That's why we have to say between $20 to $25.
I
But you
see.
don't get anything if you don't have your PV in.
Okay.
And then
All
the
right.
next question I see here was about if my frontline buys a 10 pack, do I get 10 Centurion points? You do if that person who bought the 10 pack is upgrading to distributor,
If they are
which is
not upgrading to distributor and they're just a customer,
you would only get 3 Centurion points from that,
okay. Okay. It's good to
which
know.
is the most amount that a member or a distributor can give you.
Okay, so let's talk strategy. Let's say one of my team members needs 1,000 Centurion points or needs a 1,000 PV to close a leg to make the next rank, and they want to buy a 10 pack, under that leg. What's the best way to do it in such a way that they always get credit for it?
Okay. So let me see if I understood. You are saying I am a distributor
Mm-hmm.
and I need 1,000 PV in my second leg under Matt.
Yes.
Okay. And so you are asking what is the best way to place that order?
Mm-hmm.
I would say bringing in a new partner under Matt
Okay.
because Matt is the one that needs that 1,000 in that second leg, let's say. So if Matt brings in a new partner with 1,000 points, then that 1,000 points that you were missing is now being closed. Matt is going to be the one receiving the bonuses. But let's say you tag team together and brought this new partner, right? And you want the business development paid to you, but you want the volume and moving forward for Matt to receive and that points to be to Matt, you can always change the sponsor from the enroller.
Okay.
The
Um,
enroller could be the person that brought him in and gets that business development bonus. And then the sponsor moving forward is the one that gets PV, Centurion, and then the organizational bonus.
okay.
And then when you guys have questions like that at month end, where you're like, hey, I am missing 3,000 points, 1,000 points, 500 points in a certain leg, or, how do I close this rink? Feel free to call customer service and ask for distributor success to give you a call. That is my team. We'll give you a call and we'll go over and do a strategy plan and tell you what works best and where we need to put the points so that you close that rank. Or you can email us directly to that distributor.success.com at unicity.com, sorry, and we will call you back and we can look at your office and we can say, okay, you're missing this many points here. Let's look at if there's any orders that we can move back or what we need to, like a game plan on how to close that rank. Distributor
Okay.
success is there for you guys to help win rank
And
closing or
yeah, in addition to that, Dr. Diener knows how to find me. That's a big chunk of my my support as well. So we work as a big growth team, if you will. Um, but month end is a very important time, right? We're all trying to grow. We can move volume back from the first few days of the following month to help you achieve a rank. And just reach out for support. We have a great system in place for support, especially at month end. I did want to take the next question, Dulce, on
Go for
Walmart.
it.
Um, there's someone. Okay. So, yeah, in addition to what I previously mentioned about Amazon, occasionally you might see products on Walmart.com, eBay, Etsy, or some shady website. Those are all illegal listings. Um, I don't know if you know, but Unicity has our own FBI. We have a full-time staff called the Customer Protections Team. They go after illegal sellers. A lot of it is fraud from stolen credit cards. You would not believe how big the stolen credit card industry is. So it's a full-time job. I think we got 4 or 5 staff members, and all they do is flag accounts for fraud, terminate accounts, go after online selling rings. And Walmart.com is not Walmart corporate selling our products. Walmart has went out and tried to be like an Amazon. So they have a marketplace on Walmart.com now. So anyone can sell product on Walmart.com. And that is where you see the illegal selling of our products. So unlike Amazon, where it is corporate selling it and giving the profits back to partners, so we can keep other illegal sellers off of Amazon, Walmart, eBay, Etsy, and any other online platform you see advertising our products, it's not only illegal, but very dangerous. We have identified counterfeit product through online marketplaces. So, first step is, have people use your link. But if they are just absolutely adamant that they want to buy online themselves, steer them to Amazon because at least we know the product is real and safe. But we have identified counterfeit product on online marketplaces other than Amazon. So it's not Walmart corporate selling it. It is third-party illegal sellers that we go after every day of our lives. But that's how you know you have a good product, right? If someone's willing to scam and steal and counterfeit it, we know we have a good product. I think we went over the next one. Disparities,
Talked
20%,
about
$20.
taxes.
Taxes,
Taxes
Dulce.
depends on each state in the US. There are a few states like Texas, Florida that don't have taxes, so then it would just be if it's a subscription, it would just be the 159. If we're going to like California, which has higher taxes, of course, then it would be the 159 plus whatever tax that state is including. So it depends on states to state, depending on which state does charge taxes and which ones don't. About the Orlando flight ticket, you should have an email from America's Event at unicity.com. They are the ones that can help you with anything. Oh, there you go. There's the email that you can message them, email them at, and they can help you with that Orlando flight.
Okay. Let's take a few more questions for at the most 5 more minutes. I would like to close this call so that we have 2 different recordings because we're going to be using this same Zoom link for our business meeting.
Sure.
So,
Dr. Dieter, do you mind if I say a few words about
please, by all means.
our growth plans?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I hope everyone.
Can I spotlight you again? Dulce, thank you for
Sure.
this. And by the way, guys, if you have any other questions if you have any other questions for Dulce, please feel free to still ask. We're going to just stop
Yeah, ask in the chat.
at 6:55. Yeah.
So
Thank you
I
for having
hope.
me.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dulce. You're a lifesaver. We don't pay you enough, Dulce. So I hope everyone now got to hear Stuart's speech at convention or were at convention. But I wanted to shine a little light on why duplication is so important in this business. Um, Stuart had a great speech about duplication and replication and bringing on one new partner a month at least. And that'll get you to diamond status in a year, right? And a lot of our partners fail at that, and they don't take momentum as serious as it should be taking. Our CEO says this business is easy to do fast, but very hard to do slow, right? We are an emotional sale. People buy our products because they're finally ready to make a change in their life. They're finally ready to do something different. They're finally ready to get outside of their comfort zone. And every time they're alone and thinking about their decisions or thinking about, whether they should become a partner or not is just time of self-doubt and self worry and fear and everything. So that is why momentum is so critical in this business. One of the best things you can do as a leader is to bring on a new partner, but as quickly as possible, get them a new partner underneath them. So they come in with the vision of, wow, I've already got a new partner. I can do this. This is going to work for me. I can do this. We've already got one partner. I'm already selling my 10-pack to other potential customers and potential partners. It is a wave of momentum that should not be dismissed, right? So if you haven't seen Stuart's lecture from convention, it is available on YouTube. I know Dr. Dieter knows where it is. But I just can't stress how critical the duplication is right away and riding momentum to really help your partners feel like they're going to win at this business. Would you agree, Dr. Dieter?
I do.
That's all I wanted to share tonight. And again, I hope everyone has a great, happy holiday. Any more questions? A few more minutes? If not, Dr. Dieter, if you want to wrap up,
Yeah.
no problem.
If you guys will get back to us with the disparity in the pay, that will be great from the app to that. So that could be because our team is going to be very busy, and this question is going to come up again from somebody who is new, who has not been on this. Yes, we're going to record this, but if it's just cleared once and for all and not an issue in the app at all, it's not a question we have to answer. But I think this helps, me have perspective on, what is paid weekly and what is paid on the 15th, and can help me give better guidance to the team. And thank you guys for doing this for us. And team, let's all give them a love, for coming to do this for us. And if there are any other questions, we're going to be Matt, I know where to reach you. I'll be reaching out to you, and team members, if there are any other questions that you feel like we're not addressed on this, that you're still hickey about, please ask me. If I don't have those answers, I will reach out to Matt, for the answers. But thank you guys so much, Dulce. Thank you, Matt, for doing this.
Always a pleasure. This is what we're here to do, support you guys. So have a happy holidays, and we'll talk soon.
Okay, thank you.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you guys.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
thank you, Dulce. Now, team, what we're going to do is we are going to end this call so that we have a different recording, and then log on to the business meeting that will be starting at the top of the hour. So I'm going to stop the recording now to end this so that we're using the same Zoom link. It's exactly the same Zoom link. We just need to separate the recording. So I'll see you guys shortly. Thank you.